I am making my childhood very favoriteest dessert. Is favoriteest a word? I think so. You know what I mean, so it's a word. And since we have cherry trees, I'm making the pie filling right here. And it's done. And what I put in was the cherries, the sugar, and flour. So, and then I always add a little bit of cinnamon. So I'm gonna this is perfect, I'm gonna let it cool. I'm gonna taste it and see if it's sweet enough, because I didn't really have a recipe, much of one. And you're supposed to put red food coloring in it, but we're gonna be organic. Organic cherries, organic food. So I'm gonna let that cool. Now over here, I have made the crust stuff. Thank you, Autumn's helping me. Get a picture of Autumn helping. Anyway, she's helping me because my husband, I told him, we have to do what matters most. What matters most to him is to go up to the ranch and fix the door on the shed. I said you could do that later, but nope. So, Autumn's the garbage girl today. Thanks, Autumn. Don't look in there. We're just going to put it in there. That needs to be cleaned. I clean it several times a year. All right, in this pot. Show the pot.
It is showing.
Inside. I had to 3 times it. Is the original recipe is a half a cup of flour, 1.5 cups of flour, 1.5 cups of oatmeal, a fourth and a 1 1/4 cup. Shut up, girls. I'm tired. Well, look at what I'm reading from. My old high school recipe. It's kind of, I had to try to fix it. Anyway, I'll link the recipe below. It's called cherry pudding. I don't know why it's called a pudding. This is a very old recipe. It's my very favorite when I was a kid. For my birthday party, I wanted this instead of a cake. So it's kind of like a crumble. No. A cobbler. No.
Yeah,
it is? What would you call it? And not pudding.
No.
I don't know why they call it that. Anyway, you put this in here. You're supposed to put half, but I like to put a little more on the bottom because I'm an expert. No, I'm not. Try to be. I've been making it for years. I used to have to buy, the original recipe calls for a can of sour pie cherries, and then it gives the recipe to make the cherry pie filling. And I've made it with the can of cherry pie filling. It's not as good as when you do the sour. Oh, that means my oven's preheated. Thank you, oven, for letting me know. All right. Isn't that pretty, Carmen? You could do that, right? Mm-hmm. Grease the bottom of the pan, because, and then we're going to have vanilla ice cream on it. How many people are we going to have for dinner? Let's count. Hillary's family, how many is that?
6.
Minus Levi, because he's gluten-free. Okay, 5. Plus, how many of your family?
My dad said he might be coming tonight.
I hope, because this is the main day.
6, 7, 8.
Did we?
I don't know if
Brianna and Christian aren't coming. Brianna's working.
Okay, add that. And then we have Tyson is 3 more.
9, 10, 11.
And then their family, have some cereal. I baked it. Okay, how many? His family is 6 kids and 2 adults.
11 plus 8 is 19.
Okay, and then we have Trevor's family, Parker, minus Connor.
Minus Misty, because isn't Misty working?
And Ken's, well, she'll be here for dinner.
Oh.
So
how many? 19 plus how many?
Trevor.
Trevor, Misty, Parker,
5 kids.
Grant, Brooklyn, London, Brittany. 7.
How many?
So 19 plus
7.
19, 26.
Okay, 26.
And then you and Grandpa.
Me and Grandpa.
26, 27, 28.
We should invite Clint.
So that would be 29.
29. All right, we're just going to say it's going to be 30.
30, yeah.
Because we might find a homeless living person on the street. All right,
We don't
we
have
won't.
homeless people here.
All right, we don't have any homeless people in town. Okay, so this is going to be to feed that many people. Now, I have to get a spoon. Do not capture the messy kitchen.
Well, it's kind of hard to do.
Well, this is clean. I washed it from yesterday. And there aren't dirty dishes, but I have that whole slew of chicken in the sink. That's my next recipe
You
for
have
you.
lots of guests. That's
Yeah.
your.
All
That's
right,
your.
here I'm gonna taste it. Kind of hot still. I'm gonna put a little more cinnamon, but it's sweet enough. That's good sweetness. But this will take the. I don't think I need food coloring. Do you?
No.
No. All right. Here we go. Just a little more cinnamon. I don't want it to take over.
It looks good.
I don't want it to take over the flavor, but I want it to add it kind of like dulls the sweetness of it. I made that up. Okay. I make a lot of things up. All right, now this is gonna be ample, and it's gonna be so cherry good. Like if you bought the can of cherries, it would be just a thin, you might get a piece without a cherry. But because I have them on the tree, it's gonna be ample, luscious. I wish you were all here to eat it. Well, maybe a few of you. If you all came. This is totally the wrong tool because I'm trying to scoop it out and it has holes in it. But it works. All right, now spread it out a little. When it bakes, it's gonna bake up a little more because of the oatmeal and flour and everything. Okay. That's perfect, don't you think, Autumn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now what next?
More crumble.
The rest of the crumble. Maybe that's what it's called, cherry crumble.
Maybe.
Not pudding. Maybe, I think this recipe came from my ancestors. I'm making this up because my mother never told me where she got the recipe. And it's from another country. And they were confused in the translation. So pudding meant dessert. Pudding meant crumble. Who knows? I just think it's not pudding, though. So, I'm gonna have enough. I know I am. With the butter in here, and then when I bake it, it's gonna brown and bubble and cook. It's gonna be, I might want a piece before dinner out of the corner to try it. And it has salt in it. You always want to put salt in your sweet things because then it will make it just the best. I hope people
little
like
sweet and
it. If
salty.
you hate cherries, you're going to hate it.
Well, if Austin doesn't come tonight, I'm gonna have to take him some because he loves cherry.
He does?
Yes.
And Emily's husband, she's not going to be here, but I was so happy because his favorite's cherry pie.
Yeah, Austin's
And-
favorite is cherry pie.
and
When he
so
buys one, I'm like, you're gonna eat that whole thing by
I
yourself
know,
because I
because
don't eat it.
and my favorite, and look at this wonderful pan I got at the LSR used store. It was like $2, stainless steel,
It is
commercial grade handles pie, and I need this for my family cooking. Lasagna. I cleaned the oven. I really did. I scraped the bottom of the oven, you know, because Jamie baked an apple pie, but he didn't really know what he was doing, and it didn't have a top on it, and so it all boiled over.
I'm sure.
So anyway, I scraped off the boil, and that's what the burn is. It's gonna smell good after it starts, but I can't read my how long to cook it, because it's like, it's 350, but then look right here. I don't know what this says under this goop right here. So I'm just gonna have to, I can't call my mom, so I'm just gonna have to, this is a lesson to all the young people in the world. Take care of your valuable recipes. Now when I die, are they just gonna throw this away, or are they gonna fight over it?
I don't know.
Hillary, Emily, they'll throw it away. I don't know. Don't think to buy me a new one like you're fixing it for me, because I won't ever throw this away. I'm keeping it. So I do have some of them written up in my other recipes. So I got to use all of my oats. I'm so happy because, and here's what you do. If you have food you need to hide from,
You know what's funny?
what?
I was literally gonna ask, what are you gonna save that oatmeal container
I'm
for?
saving it. You know why? Okay. Well, I don't, not so much anymore. But when my boys were pigs, little pigs, raising, is that okay to say? I'm not supposed to call them slaves. They were pigs, and they would eat everything in the house. And I'm saving it for something, so I would usually get a Crisco can or this, and you put the cookies in here, put it on the shelf. And they don't know. Don't let them see you get it out, though, and get a cookie. You gotta wait till they're in school. But you hide your chocolate chips, your nuts, if they're, you know, those kind of raiders. Like, you think, I have chocolate chips, and then you found out your husband ate them all at night watching TV. Your nuts, everything. So hide it in here on the shelf. Don't tell anybody. This is a secret. Or if you have menstrual cycles, you can hide them in your Kotex boxes. Men and boys will never look in those, and you can hide your chocolate chips in there. But then you have to go to the bathroom. Just a minute, I'm gonna go get my ingredients in the bathroom. That looks, oh, I don't want to eat your cookie. So this is really a better idea. You don't have to leave the kitchen. You just have to make everyone else leave. All right, I will, for my thumbnail, I will post the done picture, and then I will put the recipe linked below, because I know you all want this old-fashioned cherry pudding cobbler crumble, cherry crumble recipe for your own if you have a cherry tree. And if you don't buy that, you have to buy and pick the cherries. If you buy the sour can of cherries, then it's good, but not as good as fresh. All right. Thanks for watching, and subscribe.